Hey guys, haven't made a video in a while. Thought I would make this one for y'all. Y'all know I kind of like the old classic designs because I'm pretty well a classic myself. So I kind of like those, and they have held their appeal throughout the years, just like Randall and Lovelace and all Skagels, all of those are copied, and they're just a lot of them around. But they had their origins in knives prior to them, So it's been around a while. But the other day I was thinking about I had never made a knife similar to the one that Randall makes, called the Model 4. I realize it's kind of a trailing point knife, which is used to be, they use those mainly as skinning knives and so forth years ago. Of course, today in hunting and almost everybody goes to a drop point or something like that. But they have that curve to them. Guys kind of like that curve. We kind of like them curvy things. So anyhow, I thought I'd make one, so I made one. I made this one right here. I made this, and it's in a 6-inch model. A 6-inch model of, I call this the Tensas trade knife. And I'll tell you the reason that I call it the Tensas trade knife in a minute. So y'all hang on, all right? And I also made a 5-inch one like this. And I put the SOG type handle on it, the MacV type handle, like the old MacV SOG has and all. So I did that. I think the Recon was the one that had this type handle. But anyhow, that's what I did. And I got to thinking about it, and I said, I think I've made a blade like that before somehow. And I went to looking back through some of my old patterns and everything I had hanging over there. I have all kinds of these old patterns and everything. These here were sent to me they were old trade knife patterns that was, actually he sent me the knives, and I took patterns off of them. The guy had some old trade knives from the 1800s and prior, like they used to have. And so I took patterns off of them, and I made a few of them back then. I thought about making them, and it just wasn't what we were into at the time. We were mostly into the tactical line and everything. So that was years ago. That was back, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago when we started out, and we was into it a ways. Me and Newt were, but we were more in the tactical side of things at that time, and so I didn't make many of them. Once in a while I'll get a craving to do some, and I'll make some, out of 1095 or 80 CRV2 or 5160 or something like that. But I just haven't been making them much. But I was looking back through those old patterns, and I found this one right here. And what it is the same thing as it is on the blade. You see that? And I did not take the pattern off that blade. It is an original trade knife pattern, is what it is. So when you look at one of these old trade knives, people have been copying them for a long time. You see what it look? See what it wrote? I don't know if it's turned around backwards or not, but it says right up here, historically accurate blade and more modern handle. the handle was a little different on the old trade. It was probably a straight handle coming off of it. But evidently I put, back then I put this type, drew this type handle on it. But the blade is almost exactly like this one that I did. So just wanted to share that with y'all, how sometimes you can't make a knife that hadn't been made before, you know, even in the modern world. I mean, you can get into all kinds of art stuff, I suppose. It hasn't been made before, but as far as regular type knives, you know, you're just doing what other guys have done. So anyhow, I wanted to share that with y'all. Thought it might be interesting for you. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button there if you get a chance.